and welcome to On the Money with Certified Financial Group, a part of News 96.5 WDBO's Ask the Expert Weekend. Joe Bert and Nancy Hecht are here. They're certified financial planners from the Certified Financial Group, and they're taking your calls at 844-220-0965. That's 844-220-0965, or you can shoot us a text question at 21232. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Gene.
Good morning.
Good to be with you this morning.
Same.
Nancy and I are here to take the questions that our listeners might have regarding their personal finances. As we say, we go through life trying some of this, trying some of that, wake up at 55 years old and realize that maybe we don't have our act together. The reason being is because they don't teach us this stuff in school. As I said, we go through life trying some of this, trying some of that, and find we have a collection of financial accidents. So Nancy and I are here this morning to act as your financial body shop. We're here to fix you up, get out the bondo, patch you up, get you on the way, and answer any questions that you might have regarding your personal finances, decisions that you might be trying to make about stocks, bonds, mutual funds, real estate, long-term health care, IRAs, annuities, life insurance, reverse mortgages, all that stuff. And if you're contemplating any decisions or heard something or want to ask a question about something you might have heard in the news this morning or this week about finances, we're here to take your call. And we are live. We're the only financial call-in show that's hosted in Central Florida exclusively by certified financial planner practitioners. We are not a one-hour infomercial. We're here to take your calls. We do financial planning and investment management Monday through Friday for a fee. But on Saturday morning, Nancy and I are here for free. So if you have any questions regarding your personal finances and things you want to discuss, and I guarantee if you're thinking about it, there's probably 10 other people out there that are thinking about it as well. They just don't want to pick up the phone. And there's no question it's off the wall because over these last 25 years, we've probably heard them all. And maybe we probably heard them more than once. But we encourage your call. And all you have to do is pick up the phone and dial these numbers.
844-220-0965. That's 844-220-0965.
And the text is
21232.
Attaboy, Gene, you'll get it down.
Got it.
And by the way, we are on Facebook Live, and we are launching a contest for our listeners. We are launching a Certified Financial Group podcast. It'll be something new that we're doing, and we've designed, or we've come up with 3 logos, and those are on our Facebook. 4 logos. Thank you there, executive producer Donnie Morehouse. Thank you. 4 logos, and we want your vote. And the winner of it will get 2 tickets to the upcoming Springs concert held in May with the Orlando Philharmonic Orchestra. It's going to be a great evening, and we're going to give you a couple of, you'll be our guest, and you get all the goodies, the food and the free drinks and all that. But you have to go to our Facebook page. That's a Certified Financial Group. Go to the Certified Financial Group Facebook page. And while you're there, you can see behind the scenes of Nancy and me this morning in the studio. And we encourage you to vote. And the winner will be announced next week. So you can vote and tell us what logo you would like to see us use for the Certified Financial Group upcoming podcasts. So that's the latest. And Nancy has something to talk about this morning. Nancy, what's your topic?
First, I would like to wish all of our Jewish friends and listeners a Happy New Year and hope that next week you have an easy fast.
Easy fast?
An easy fast.
What's the difference between an easy fast and a hard fast?
Well, that is the customary wish, is that you have an easy fast.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
So.
All right.
Okay. So, yeah, I want to talk about American savings. Americans are saving more money right now, but I don't know that it's necessarily for the right reason. One of the reasons that people are able to save more is because of the 2018 tax reform, which is a good thing. Savings right now, on average, has gone up from 3% to about 8%.
Terrific.
But the reason behind it is fear of recession. Mm-hmm. There's been a lot of talk about recession. It's a big buzzword now. Is it going to happen? Is it not going to happen? If you listen to the big economists, they're saying that there really is no reason for a recession. And while I'm happy that people have boosted up their savings based on this alleged fear, what I want to know is if you can do it because you're afraid of something, why can't you boost up your savings all the time?
Right, a good question.
You need to look at what your long-term goals are and what types of plans you have for your family and for yourselves for the current time period and then 25, 30 years into retirement. If you can save because you're afraid, then why can't you save because you want to plan for yourself? That was my takeaway from...
Well, fear is what motivates most people.
Well, I know fear
that's what it is.
and greed. And,
Yes.
and at
But
some
fear,
point-
I think fear is probably the greater drive. What do you think of all the two emotions?
Probably.
Fear.
Yeah.
It's a self-preservation, self-survival. So that's what's going on. So while you're on the savings, how much savings should people have?
How much should somebody have in the bank, cash on hand?
Yeah.
It's different for everybody.
Okay.
It is different for everybody.
And what is based on?
Well, I like to look at replacing income. A lot of people like to look at covering expenses. But your income monthly versus your expenses is the bigger number.
As long as your income's covering your expenses.
Right.
Right.
So
Okay.
I prefer that people look at replacing maybe 5-6 months worth of expenses and have that, what I call the toe of the sock money, always in the bank, something that you're only touching for a true emergency.
Got it.
But the dollar amount to have to make somebody feel comfortable is really different for everybody. I mean, I have some clients that feel comfortable with $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 in cash. I have some clients that want $150,000 to $200,000 in cash at all times. So it really is different. But if you're looking at the basic, I want to look at replacing income through savings and having at least 6 to 8 months worth of income in the bank.
There you go. Have it liquid. And that's the money that, people, you get the calls of sure, like I do, that you have somebody call, client call, or maybe a listener call and said, I just came in at $40,000, $50,000 and what should I do with it? Well, the first thing you ask is, what's your credit situation? Do you have some of that high interest rate credit card hanging around your neck? And then secondly, do you have that emergency fund set aside for yourself? Because as you said, that's what you need to have. Because if you don't have that set aside, the inevitable engine falling out or the roof coming off or the air conditioning breaking down is going to happen, and then you'll put it on the high interest rate credit card.
And I always want to know what is that itch that they wanted to scratch?
The itch.
That if I only had, then I would, buy this car, go on this vacation, do this to my house, whatever.
Well, what if
you
the
have
itch,
to get that
what
off
if the
the
itch
table.
takes up all the money?
Well, then
That's the big itch.
It has to be delayed a little bit longer.
That's
and a lot
itch.
of people don't look at boosting up their pre-tax savings.
Right.
A lot of this, what I was just talking about, is the after-tax savings. A lot of people will look at if they have some type of payroll-deducted savings program through their employer, what is the match, and I'm going to save to the match.
Right. Not good.
No, because you're paying that extra money to the federal government in income taxes, and you can be putting it into your own pocket through just increasing your 401k, 403b, TSA type of savings.
Right. How often we hear people have maxed out their 401k, but really all they've done is maxed out to the match.
Right.
And they think they've done everything they need to do. But you get take all that free money that you can, but then max out based on your age up to $25,000 if you're over the age of 50. And that's what you ought to be striving for, or a certain high percentage of your income.
And oftentimes, just increasing the pre-tax savings a couple percentage points makes no difference in spendable.
Right.
Because it's going out anyways.
Right. And if you don't see it, you don't spend it. And you force yourself to pay yourself first, which is the secret to saving. Unfortunately, most people save what's left. You should save or invest in your 401k or IRA right from the top and then spend what's left. The problem is we have some money left in the account, we find a place to use it. And that's what we've done and time again. And therein lies the problem for many people. So once again, Nancy and I are here to take your calls. The lines are absolutely wide open. And I think we have a call from our office. Is that right, Gene?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I don't know that it's Chris or Rodney.
It's
Chris is at the office this morning. Chris is there. Good morning, Chris. And you are there for what purpose?
Hey, I'm here for the purpose of, this is Body Shop Central, Joe. So
Right.
if folks have questions related to all the things you mentioned at the top, that could be retirement, Social Security, IRAs, 401k, mutual funds, ETFs, charitable giving, and others. I'm here to take those calls in the office. The number here is 407-869-9800. Again, 407-869-9800. And if I am on the phone, I will return the call, so please leave a message.
And if you can't remember those numbers, easily remember 1-800-EXECUTE as if you're executing a legal document. Chris is there. Chris is the newest member of the Certified Financial Group family. Chris is also a certified financial planner. He has a master's degree in financial planning and is a former president and chairman of the local FPA chapter. We're delighted he's part of our group. So if you have any questions on your personal finances that Nancy and I may not be able to answer or you don't want to get on the phone, pick up the phone and once again call Chris. And as he said, if he's on the phone, he will be promised to call you back. But right now, Nancy and I are here live. So if you have any questions, you want to get on the air, we encourage you to call. And those numbers again, Gene, are?
Those are 844-220-0965. That's 844-220-0965. Or you can text us at 21232. We ask that you keep it brief on the text or else it'll cut off the end of the question.
All right, that's it.
All right. Thank
So
you.
I think the big news this week, Nancy, was Schwab and TD and everybody cutting their commissions to zero.
Yes, and
How
I
about
think
that?
that was great. Mm-hmm. That was really great.
And people wonder how, the question is how are they going to make up for it? Is there any free lunch? And the answer to that is no.
That's what my husband said to me last night. There's got to be some way that they're making that up.
There is. And you want to know how?
How?
It's on the cash. Because they sweep the cash into TD Bank or into Schwab Bank, and they pay you nothing on it, and they turn around and lend it out at a higher rate. So that's where it is. And there's no free lunch, but that's, what it does, it garners a lot of attention. It's a great marketing ploy. It's a great way to attract assets. But what they do is they pay you nothing on your cash, and they make the difference on the spread in their TD Bank or the Schwab Bank. And everybody's going to go to it because you got to meet up with it. Fidelity right now isn't doing it. They're at $4.95 a trade. And, of course, our clients don't pay anything unless we're doing some stock trades, which we basically don't do. We're using no load, no commission, commission-free mutual funds.
Yeah.
But,
however, exchange-traded funds sometimes are considered to be equities.
That's correct.
And they would be charged the $4.95 fee.
It depends on the particular fund.
Yes,
That's
it
correct.
does.
That is correct. They have some no low or no commission stuff as well. I see we have a couple of calls there, Gene.
Yes, sir.
Shoot them to me, buddy.
All right. We got Chad on the line. Chad, welcome to On the Money.
Good morning,
Hi,
Chad.
Chad.
What's up?
Good morning. How you guys doing? Thanks for taking my call.
Sure. What's up?
Well, my wife has an HSA account, and this year we are doing the maximum of $7,000. Next year, my employer is giving us a free. We don't have to pay any deductible if I join the healthcare through them. However, they don't have the HSA plan.
Right.
So if my wife takes the HSA from her job and we have the kids, is it still considered a family so we can still do the $7,000, or do I need to be at her plan in order to get the $7,000?
You've got to be in a high deductible plan. So what you're telling me is your employer is eliminating the high deductible plan. You're going to a low deductible, so that would eliminate you from doing the HSA.
So if the wife is taking the family plan, her and the kids, and it's not considered a family because I'm not part of it?
Does your wife have her own plan?
Yes, she works for the hospital, so they have the HSA plan.
All right, okay.
So if things were to stay the same from her side, nothing were to change, it remained high deductible, and you still wanted to put the $7,000 aside, and then you separately be a single participant in your own, that should not make any difference in what you're able to contribute to the 401k.
No, he's asking about the HSA.
I mean the HSA, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Yeah. So I think the situation is because you will not be participating in a high deductible plan, you cannot use
Correct.
the HSA. Your question then is, if your wife has her own high deductible plan and the kids are on her plan, can you max out the HSA?
Correct.
And I don't know the answer to that. Do you know, Nancy?
I don't, but I'm thinking yes. But what you would want to do is get the benefits book from the hospital and read what the parameters are. What qualifies as a family? It may just be a participant and a child. It may not state that every single member of the family has to participate, but you have to read the specific plan to her employer.
Correct.
Yeah, that's a good question. And let me see if I can get the answer for you before the show is out, Chad, but I appreciate the call.
Thank you.
Okay, you're quite welcome. It looks like we had to take a break there from Gene, so we'll take the break.
That is right. And Nancy and Joe are here until 10 o'clock. They're answering your financial questions. And if you've got a question, give them a call. 844-220-0965. That's 844-220-0965. Or you can text us at 21232. That's 21232. We're planning tomorrow.
Today.
With the Certified Financial Group. Now to get to the 3 big things you need to know. On the Money with the Certified Financial Group, part of News 96.5 WDBO's Ask the Experts Weekend. We've got Joe Bert as well as Nancy Hecht from the Certified Financial Group, taking your questions at 844-220-0965. That's 844-220-0965. Or you can text us at 21232. That's 21232.
And before the break here, we had a call from Chad who was questioning whether or not he could max out his HSA contribution up to $7,000, even though his employer was now going to eliminate the high deductible health plan, and his wife has high deductible health plan in which the children will be covered. And as Nancy said, if in fact the health plan does include or considers the children as part of the family, Chad, the answer is yes, you can max out the HSA to the $7,000. So there you go. And I want to let our listeners know that we are running a contest. We are developing or designing it has been designed, 4 new logos for the Certified Financial Group podcast that we will be doing. And these are on our Facebook page. So go to Facebook, go to Certified Financial Group, and you can vote for your favorite, and we will announce the winner next week. And the winner will receive 2 tickets to the upcoming Springs concert next May, which will feature the music. I don't want to tell you who it is. It will be a great tribute band coming in to be backed up by the Philharmonic. And you'll be our guest with a couple of great camp chairs to sit in and free food and drink and be our special guest. So go to our Facebook page at Certified Financial Group and pick the logo that you would like to see us adopt for our upcoming podcasts.
And speaking of Facebook, we've got a question that came in from Facebook. Mary Ellen wants to know, how much do political events, impeachment, affect the market?
Well, I think there's a lot of fear and concern or maybe jubilation, depending on what side of the fence you're on with the elections. And this last election has never finished, so we've been in election mode for the last 3.5 years. But when you're thinking about who may be elected and if there's going to be a regime change and the impact on everything, I want people to keep an eye on the long-term goals of their investing. We've been through Democratic administrations. We've been through Republican administrations. We've been through tax reforms. We've been through tax hikes. We've been through recessions and wars and inflation and deflation. If you're looking at your own particular long-term investing goals and you know what your risk tolerance is and you have regular reviews and updates and rebalance your portfolios, who's in office should not have that big of an impact on how you're investing.
Right. It will in the short term. There's always short-term bumps, but in the long terms, if you're diversified and have quality investments, you can come out the winner. The key is don't make emotional decisions. In fact, I read something that during the Nixon and the Clinton impeachment hearings, the market actually went up.
Right.
Yep.
I've read that also.
Yeah.
So
It's kind of like that fear that you were talking about earlier.
yes.
Well, yeah. I mean,
exactly.
it's smart money buys when things go down, and frankly, there's a lot of cash sloshing around in the universe out here because interest rates are so low. There's no place to put it, and the pension plans today have to get not great, but better than 2% returns to meet their objectives. So they can't keep the money on the sidelines. It has to be invested regardless of what's going on in the world because those pension plans are thinking long-term as investors should think long-term.
If you think of the last biggest impact on the markets, which was 2008 going into 2009, people that stayed the course with quality investments did perfectly fine. People that went all to cash ended up having to invest back in the markets when the markets were on the incline and did exactly the opposite of what we like to do, and they ended up buying high.
Right.
So
somebody sent in a text, and this is very good. I should have been more specific. I told Chad that we can max out the HSA, and I appreciate this text that came in. You cannot contribute to your HSA, Chad, but I believe your wife can contribute the max to her HSA because she has the family coverage.
and I don't think he had a HSA.
Yeah, he did. He was losing it because they're going to a low deductible plan.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right, fine.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, Chad, and that's it we got a break coming up, right?
Yes, sir. That is right. And if you would like your question answered from the Certified Financial Group, the phone number is 844-220-0965. That's 844-220-0965. Or you can text your question to 21232. That's 21232. We've got a couple text questions that we will get to after we get the news, weather, and traffic with Dave Wall.
This is News 96.
Good morning and welcome back to On the Money with the Certified Financial Group, part of the News 96.5 WDBO Ask the Experts weekend. We've got Joe Bert as well as Nancy Hecht. They're Certified Financial Group, and they are taking your questions and your calls at 844-220-0965. That's 844-220-0965. Or you can text your questions to us at 21232. That's 21232. We just ask that you keep it brief, or else your text will get cut off and we can't see the end of it, and we'll have to ask you to text us again. So just keep it brief, or you can give us a call. Joe, Nancy, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good to be here. For our listeners that just might be tuning in, let us tell you why Nancy and I are here this morning. We are here, as we are every Saturday morning, as we have been for more than 25 years, to take our listeners' calls about questions that they might have about their personal finances, decisions that you might be making about your IRA, about a 401k, about a mutual fund, about real estate, long-term health care, annuities, life insurance, reverse mortgages, all that and more. We and Nancy and I and the 10 other certified financial planners at CFG do financial planning and investment management for a fee on Monday through Friday. But on Saturday morning, we are here absolutely free. So if you have any questions that might be on your mind about those topics, the good news for you, the lines are absolutely wide open. And in addition to that, Chris Toadvine, certified financial planner, is on standby at our office taking your calls off the air. And you can reach him at 407-869-9800. That's 407-869-9800 or 1-800-EXECUTES. If you're executing a legal document, he's there. And if the lines are busy, he promises to call you back. Just leave a message. But right now, our lines are wide open, and we'll be glad to take your calls. And, Gene, those numbers are
844-220-0965. That's 844-220-0965. Or you can text us at 21232. That's 21232.
All right. And we've got some text questions here. Why don't we hit those text questions? And we have some calls. Are those calls already keyed up there?
Yeah,
Gene?
they're ready to go.
Let's take them.
Let's take the calls.
Perfect. So we've got Dave from Deltona on the line. Dave, you're on the money.
Good morning,
Hi, Dave.
Good morning. Great show. I listen to you every week. I'm a 70-year-old single on Social Security, about $1,500 a month. House free and clear, worth about $250, and I'm just running the numbers and looking at a 4% appreciation rate that the FHA assumes, taking out on a credit line about $8,000 a year to pay my taxes, insurance, car insurance, and then adding a Medigap policy, and I'll still have some extra money left, and I don't have any children or heirs to speak of, that the back end of the depreciation is impacting. So what are my pitfalls in that? If you could run that by me, I'd appreciate it.
Let me be sure I understand what you're doing. You're suggesting that you've got this cash need, and what you want to do is to take a loan on your property, on your home, and draw from it to cover your expenses. Is that correct?
Yes, at the assumed appreciation rate of the FHA reverse mortgage.
So that was my question, Dave. Were you looking at, you said credit line, but you're actually thinking reverse mortgage, correct?
Yeah, reverse mortgage, but instead of tenured payments or a single lump sum, just open the credit line. Right. They'll give me about $140,000, and then at the end of the first year, I would have the least interest accrued. I just take $8,000. I pay all my big expenses out, add a Medigap policy, and do that the following year on the 24th month, okay, and just do that until I'm gone.
You got it figured out. Yeah.
Well, and for our listeners and viewers that are not sure what a reverse mortgage is, what Dave wants to do is have access to the equity in his home to use at will, and he's got an annual plan for withdrawal. The reverse mortgage does not have to be paid back, although he has to maintain his taxes and his insurance annually to keep it in place. And when Dave passes on, the home will get disposed of by the reverse mortgage company. I happen to think it's a great way to use your home, and especially under the circumstances that you outline where there's really nobody to inherit the property. Why not use the equity that you've built up?
Yep, you're an ideal candidate, Dave. I think you have it figured out.
Go for it.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
All right, appreciate
Thank
the
you.
call. Thank you.
All right, Dave drops off. That means his line is open for you. That's 844-220-0965 for all your financial questions. We've got Don in Laughlin on the line. Don, you're on the money.
Hi, Don.
Good morning, Don.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. I'll try to be brief. I've got a couple $100,000, $200,000 in a 401k rolled over from after retirement. I am 63 and my wife is 63. She is retired and drawing Social Security already. I know I'm getting hit with some fees, and I'm always asking about them, and I can't really get a straight answer through this firm. And, they move me around every once in a while into other things, and, I can't get a straight answer on what I'm paying them for fees. I'm wondering, through a fiduciary like you guys, is there an advantage to rolling it over, or where should I roll it over?
Let me be sure I understand. The money is still in your 401k, or you rolled it into an IRA?
No, I'm sorry. It's still in the 401k.
It's still in the 401k, and you have one of the dilemmas that many people have in their 401ks, because oftentimes the fees are buried in the 401k in the mutual funds that you have, and the disclosure isn't always the best. You're probably better off.
Well, you had used the term rollover, so I was wondering, is this a 401k that you're currently contributing to?
No, it's not.
Okay,
Matter of fact,
so-
we're drawing out of it, and have been from earlier days with the 712.
Right. Okay.
Some kind.
Are you in Lakeland? Is that the city you're in?
No, I'm in Brevard County.
Oh, Brevard County. Okay. So what I would be happy to offer you is a second opinion, a free look at what you have, and take it down to the specific assets that you're in, the holdings that are in the funds, and the expenses associated with each one of those.
And then what you need to have, Dave, is a portfolio designed specifically for you to match your income needs and also growth that you'll need in your future years. You're only 63 years old, so statistically we have 25, 30 years we have to worry about life expectancy. So you need some growth on that money, as well as perhaps some income in the meantime. But rolling it over into an IRA is perhaps the best thing for you to do. And as Nancy and I and the 10 other certified financial planners at CFG do, we work with our clients as fiduciaries. All of our fees are fully disclosed. There's no hidden things. And we put in writing in our management agreement. This is very important for our listeners to know. When we do investment management, we put in writing that we will serve as your fiduciary. So if there's any other question about what we're doing on your behalf, you can be sure that we are doing it in your best interests. So we encourage you to give us a call, and we'd be glad to help you out.
Okay, and that's what I was interested in, because, like I say, with this, they're taking a percentage, but yet I can't get a straight answer on what percentage. And when they move me, somebody's got to be making money off of that.
Sure.
And
Okay.
you guys are just a flat rate. You'll tell me what it's going to cost me. Then
Yes.
is that per year? Or is it based on how much money I have?
It depends on the relationship. It's either an hourly fee or a percentage of the assets under management. Everybody's relationship is different, and what works for you may not work for somebody else.
And one of the advantages that we bring to the table is that because of the amount of money that we manage for our clients, is that we have access to institutional level mutual funds, which means that they have the lowest fees. Now, you can have a mutual fund having 4 or 5 different levels of fees in them that, unless you know what you're looking for, you don't know. But our responsibility to you as a fiduciary is to get you the best funds at the lowest cost. And that oftentimes offsets a good portion of our fees. And because we have no house brands, we have no funds in our name, we don't custody any money. By that I mean, if we disappear tomorrow, your money is never with our firm. We use 2 major custodians. We use TD Ameritrade and Fidelity Investments, so your money is there. You get a statement directly from them, and what we do is we act as the advisor and tell them what to do on your behalf. And when we make changes, we make them because it's in your best interest, not because it pays us a commission to do it. And that's what we've been doing for nearly 40 years now, and we'll be glad to work with you.
That sounds exactly what I'm looking for, someone to talk to. And now to talk to you guys the first time about it, is that part of, is that based into your fee, or is that, I get a free consultation?
The initial consultation is complimentary. If you want to shoot me an email, Nancy, Nancy, at financialgroup.com, and just remind me of this conversation.
Could you say that again, please?
Nancy, Nancy, at financialgroup.com. and let me know that we spoke on the radio today. I can send you some basic information about how we work.
Right.
And can start the conversation with you.
Okay, Nancy. Well, thank you very much. And could you also give me your phone, the direct phone line?
Sure.
Guys.
It's 407-869-9800.
And,
Okay, thank you very much. You've been helpful now, and I think you'll be even more helpful in the
okay,
future.
appreciate the call. And for our listeners who want
All right,
more information about what we do and how we are different, you can go to our website. That's financialgroup.com. That's financialgroup.com. And by the way, you can also, for one of our upcoming seminars, right?
Wait,
Or
Gary
workshops.
Abley hosts a number of different workshops. They're always in our offices from starting at 9 o'clock on Saturdays. One of the most popular ones that he has is healthcare options in retirement. If you go to financialgroup.com, you can reserve a seat for the next one, the upcoming one. I'm not going to give you the date because it's already over full. So after that, on Saturday, November 16th, from 10 to 12 is Countdown to Retirement. Saturday, January 18th, from 9 to 11, Key Elements to a Successful Financial Plan. And Saturday, February 8th, from 9 to 11, Will Your Savings Last a Lifetime? And the last one on the schedule for right now is Saturday, May 16th, from 9 to 11, Everything You Want to Know About Mutual Funds. If you go to financialgroup.com, there's a drop-down for workshops. Just hit the tab, pick the workshop you want to go to, and reserve your seat now.
And I think one of the ones coming in November are going to be held right here at the WDBO studios.
Nice.
Yeah, so go to our website. Once again, that's financialgroup.com. Click on workshops, and you can make your reservation right there. They are absolutely free. People ask, well, why do you do these kinds of things? We do it for basically two reasons. Number one, so to prevent you from becoming a financial calamity, and to teach you some things that you'll need either now or sometime in your retirement years, and to introduce you to what we do as financial planners, investment advisors, working with our clients as fiduciaries, doing financial planning, investment management for a fee. And this way, whether you need financial planning or wealth management, either now or in the future, you'll give us an opportunity to earn your business. So once again, our website is financialgroup.com.
That is right. And Don drops off. That means his line is ready for you and your financial questions at 844-220-0965. Right now, we've got Cleve from Orlando who's got a different question about reverse mortgages.
Hi,
Morning,
Cleve.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. What's
Hey.
up?
Oh, I've been thinking about reverse mortgages for a while, and so I called the company about a week ago, and they were telling them that I don't need the money now, but I might need the money in 10 years, let's say.
Okay.
And they said, well, if you went ahead and opened one up now, that the amount of money you could eventually borrow against your home would increase by about 6% a year.
That's
Okay.
correct.
So after 10 years, I could possibly get close to 100% of the value of the house.
Today's
Does that
value.
sound correct?
That's correct.
Yes. Yes.
Yep. What you
That's correct.
That is correct. Yeah, what you have is an
And they were
Yeah, go ahead.
telling me that my upfront fees on a $420,000 home would probably be approximately $14,000 I'd have to pay up front.
And that
Does
sounds.
that sound correct?
Yes, it does. It does. A lot of the fees
Okay.
associated with the reverse mortgage come through the Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac. It's through the federal government. There's not a whole lot of leeway and flexibility on the fees. But yes, everything that you were told is true.
And you could roll those fees into the loan where you don't have to write anything out of pocket right now. You can finance the fees and pay a little bit every year toward those fees, or they would just actually, no, you wouldn't have to pay anything. They would just be built into the loan, and the interest on that would compound and grow. So if you don't want to write a check for those fees, it's a way to at least get started. But it's not a bad idea for folks that are 62 and plan on staying in your home, and if a reverse mortgage makes sense, even though you may not need the money, apply for the reverse mortgage. Doesn't mean you need to use it. And if you don't use it, all you've done is maybe got the fees, but it's a safety net, if you will. And I like the idea in many cases.
Just keep
All
in
right.
mind,
Well,
you
thank
still
you
have to
very
keep
much.
up your taxes and your insurance, Cleve.
You're quite welcome.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
All right. So once again, if you've got financial questions, you still got some time to give us a call. That is 844-220-0965. That's 844-220-0965. Or you can text us at 21232. We're planning tomorrow
Today
with the Certified Financial Group. Now let's get to the 3 big things you need to know. Welcome back to On the Money with the Certified Financial Group, a part of the News 96.5 WDBO Ask the Experts Weekend. Joe, Bert, Nancy Hecht are in studio taking your questions live at 844-220-0965. That's 844-220-0965. Or we're taking your text questions at 21232. That's 21232. Joe and Nancy, we've got a couple text questions. We'd like to go to those now.
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. The first one we've got, it says, I'm 61. My company does an annual audit and returns portion of my 401k that has exceeded an amount of what other participants have done. It kind of cuts off at the end, but I think you can kind of see where they were going with that.
Yeah, he's probably asking, the person's probably asking if they could deposit the money into an IRA account. That's my guess anyways. So this happens not frequently, but we've heard of it before where the testing, some people aren't participating to the level that this person is, and they've over-contributed. So they're getting money back. Depending on what their adjusted gross income is between themselves and a spouse, if there is one, they may or may not be able to make a deductible IRA contribution. But the thresholds or the parameters on what you can make for a Roth contribution, if you have a corporate plan, are a little bit broader. So whatever money's being sent back, depending on what your adjusted gross income is, you may be able to deposit into a retirement account.
All right. And then we've got another one. I am an independent contractor, have a separate IRA from a previous employer and a Roth IRA. Can I consolidate/convert the separate IRA into one Roth IRA, and how?
Actually, I think he's referring to a SEP IRA.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. That's all right, Gene. You're still learning, but that's called a SEP IRA.
Gotcha.
But the answer is?
The answer is yes, you can.
Yeah.
The question is, do you want to? By converting the SEP IRA, which is a self-employed pension, into a Roth, you're going to be subjecting yourself to income taxes on the amount that you're going to convert. So do you want to pay taxes on that money now? Deposits into Roth accounts are after-tax dollars, and as long as the money stays on deposit for at least 5 years, withdrawals are tax-free.
To wrap up real quick, go to our Facebook page, the Certified Financial Group. You can vote on our upcoming logo for our upcoming podcast. And Chris Todvine is still in our office at 407-869-9800 or 1-800-EXECUTE. You can reach him right now if you have any further questions.
All right, and give out that website one more time. I know you gave
the website is financialgroup.com. That's financialgroup.com.
Joe, Nancy, thank you so much for being with us this morning. We are planning tomorrow
Today
with the Certified Financial Group. Now it's time for news with Dave Wall.
Of the subjects discussed. Discussions and answers to questions do not involve the rendering of personalized investment advice, but is limited to the dissemination of general information. A professional advisor should be consulted before implementing any of the options presented. Certified Advisory Corp is registered as an investment advisor with the SEC and only transacts business in states where it is properly registered or is excluded or exempted from registration requirements. Information presented on this program is believed to be factual and up to date, but we do not guarantee its accuracy, and it should not be regarded as a complete analysis of the subjects discussed. Discussions and answers to questions do not involve the rendering of personalized investment advice, but is limited to the dissemination of general information. A professional advisor should be consulted before implementing any of the options presented. Certified Advisory Corp is registered as an investment advisor with the SEC and only transacts business in states where it is properly registered or is excluded or exempted from registration requirements. Information